Hello students, welcome back. Today let us continue the questions MCQs regarding the chapter biological classification, and today we are discussing the brain teaser level questions. In that first question, how many of the following list of organisms lacks cellulosic cell walls? Here they have given a list of examples such as diatoms, cyanobacteria, chlorella, chlamydomonas, spirogyra, nostoc, anabaena, archaea, eubacteria, dinoflagellates, gonulax, and spores of slimodes. So here when you look at all these examples, here diatoms they have cellulosic cell wall, chlorella, chlamydomonas, and spirogyra, as they belonging to kingdom plantae or they belonging to algae. That's why they also have cellulosic cell walls. And even dinoflagellates have cellulosic cell walls, and gonulax also made up of cellulose. So after when we leave these, remaining are like cyanobacteria, one, nostoc, anabaena. So nostoc, anabaena belonging to cyanobacteria only. Cyanobacteria, nostoc, anabaena, archaea, and eubacteria. All these belonging to bacteria or kingdom Monera. So that's why they do not contain cellulosic cell walls, and even the spores of slime molds also do not contain cellulosic cell wall. So when we count this cyanobacteria, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here 6 they do not contain cellulosic cell walls. And next question, read the given statement. See the first statement, artificial system often results in placing of unrelated organisms in a group. Yes, artificial system as it is based on one or few characters, it results in placing of unrelated organisms in one group. And second one, natural system gives information about both natural relationship and phylogeny. Yes, natural system as it considers several characters such as natural relationships and also phylogeny. So this is also correct. Actually, we will say phylogeny, it is mainly comes under the phylogenetic system of classification, but also natural system gives information about both natural relationships and phylogeny. And third one, natural system uses habit and habitat as a criteria for classification. So this is wrong, because you know that natural system of classification, it is not based on one or few characters, it considers several characters. And next one, artificial system studies homology in characters such as morphology, anatomy, molecular systematics, etc. So here they have given several characters, but you know that artificial system mainly based on one or few characters. So when we look at the options, only 1 and 2 are correct. Only 1 and 2 are correct, and 3 and 4 are incorrect. Next one, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding bacterial cell wall? See the first option, it protects the bacteria cell from bursting off. It protects the bacterial cell from bursting off. Bursting in hypotonic solution. Yes, the what we can see, the cell wall which is present in bacteria, it mainly prevents bursting of the cell when it is in hypotonic solution. And second option, the cell wall contains teichoic acids that form receptor sites and surface antigens in gram-positive bacteria. Yes, correct. And third one, it is a 20 to 80 nanometer thick, smooth and single layered in gram-negative bacteria. This is actually wrong, because in case of gram-negative bacteria, cell wall it is mainly two-layered and it is not smooth, it is usually wavy in outline. See, in case of gram-negative bacteria, the cell wall is wavy in outline. It is made up of two layers, a outer layer and inner layer, and it usually measures about 10 to 12 nanometers. 10 to 12 nanometers. So that third option is wrong. And fourth option, it provides shape and structural support. It provides shape and structural support to the cells. Yes, this is also correct. Only the third statement is incorrect, because in case of gram-negative bacteria, the cell walls are mainly made up of peptidoglycan, and it is usually two-layered. It is usually two-layered and wavy in outline, measures about 8 to 12 nanometer. And next question, study the following characters carefully and give the answer. In that first statement, First statement, bacterial structure is very simple because they are prokaryotic and unicellular. Yes, it is correct. Bacteria as a group show most extensive metabolic diversity. Yes, the Monera group or bacteria group, it shows most extensive metabolic diversity. So that is also correct. And third one, based on the shape, bacteria are grouped into two categories only. So this is wrong. You all know that based on the shape, the bacteria are classified into four types such as coccus bacteria, spherical bacteria, rod-shaped bacteria, spiral bacteria, and comma-shaped bacteria. So this is wrong. And most of the bacteria do not have cell wall. So this is wrong. Most of the bacteria, they contain cell wall, so that only 1 and 2 are correct and 3 and 4 are incorrect. Next one, which of the following statement is incorrect? In that, the first one, a large number of antibiotics are produced by actinomycetes, example streptomyces, which are a class of fungi. Actually, this is incorrect, or this is the wrong statement. Why? Because actinomycetes, it is actually a connecting link between bacteria and fungi, but it belongs to kingdom Monera. It comes under bacteria, and streptomyces species are also comes under bacteria, so which is not a class of fungi, so that this option is wrong. But remaining options, Archaebacteria differs from other bacteria in having a different cell wall structure, and this feature is responsible for their survival in extreme conditions. This is correct. And nitrogen fixing bacteria pick up the free nitrogen from soil and atmosphere and convert it into nitrogenous compounds. Yes, this is also right. And pathogenic bacteria causes 90% of human disease. So all these three are correct, but this is wrong because actinomycetes is belonging to bacteria but not a fungi. Next one, how many statements are correct for halophils? So you know that usually halophils, which can usually survive in saline conditions or salty areas. So when we look at the options, they are aerobic, chemoautotrophs, strict anaerobes found in marshy field, saprophytes. Here only one is correct. The halophils are aerobic and they usually present in extreme salt conditions or saline conditions, so that we can go for one. Next one, bacteria are considered as primitive organisms because they. So why we consider the bacteria as a primitive group of organisms? See, the first option, they possess incipient nucleus and show amitotic division. Yeah, they usually contain incipient nucleus. You know, incipient nucleus is also called as a false nucleus or genophore, where the genetic material is not surrounded by any nuclear membrane. Such type of incipient nucleus is present in bacteria. And amitotic division. So amitotic division can be seen in case of bacteria, where the cell divisions are usually unequal. The nuclear divisions are unequal. Nucleus will be dividing unequally, then they later followed by the division of cytoplasm. So such type of amitotic divisions are seen in bacteria, but not in higher organisms. And they're small, microscopic, which are not seen with the naked eye. This is also correct. They produces endospores, which are very resistant to adverse condition. This is also correct. And they cause a serious disease to human being, domesticated animals and croplands. This is also correct, but the reason why they are considered as most primitive group of organisms, the main reason is that as they contain incipient nucleus and they show amitotic division. Because of this reason only, they are considered as a primitive group of organisms. Next one, read the following pair. First one, diatoms, haploid body. Second one, dinoflagellates, water bloom, slime molds, decomposer nature, euglenoids, sometimes behave like predators, protozoa, they are unicellular prokaryotes. So when we look at all these pairs here, the dinoflagellates, slime molds and euglenoids, these three are correctly paired. Here protozoa, unicellular prokaryotes, this is wrong, and diatoms, haploid body, this is also wrong. That's why the correct pair will be 2, 3 and 4. That's why option 3. Next one, consider the following statements and select the correct option, stating which one is true and which one is false. So the first one, blue-green algae are the photosynthetic monoerans. Yes, blue-green algae is also called as cyanobacteria. They are the photosynthetic monoerans. This is correct. And next one, genetic material in eukaryotes is circular, double-stranded, helical DNA and not enclosed by nuclear envelope. So this is actually this type of genetic material or nucleus can be seen in prokaryotes but not in eukaryotes. So that this option is wrong. Next one, sexual reproduction in rhizopus is oogamous and the mode of sexual fusion is gametangel contact type. This is also wrong because in case of rhizopus we can find isogamy, anisogamy as well as oogamy, but they have given only oogamous type, and sexual fusion is gametangel contact type. This is also wrong in case of rhizopus, so this option is also wrong. Next one, Noctiluca, it is the first dinoflagellate to show bioluminescence. You know that bioluminescence, it is the phenomenon of production of light. So that is called bioluminescence. And examples for bioluminescence, you know that one is Gonilax, other one is Noctiluca. But the Noctiluca, it is the first dinoflagellate to emit the light or to emit the bioluminescence. And next, the fungal component of lichen is called phycobiont and the algal component is called as mycobiont. This is wrong because phyco refers to algae and myco refers to fungi. The fungal component of lichen is called mycobiont and algal component is called as phycobiont. Here they have given reversely. That's why this is also wrong. So when we look at the options, so first statement is true, second statement is false, third statement is also false, and fourth one is true, and fifth statement is again false. Next one, which of the following are characteristics of members of kingdom Protista? In that first one, nucleus is present and the DNA is associated with histone proteins. Yes, nucleus is present and a DNA is associated with histone proteins that can be seen in kingdom Protista, correct? Second one, cytoplasmic ribosomes are 80S while organelle ribosomes are 70S. Yeah, this is also correct because you know that in all eukaryotes, what the ribosomes which are present in cytoplasm, they are usually 80S type. If this is a cell, in the cytoplasm, if the ribosomes are present, they are usually 80S type, whereas organelle ribosomes, for example, if there is a mitochondria, what the ribosomes which are present in mitochondria, they are 70S, so that this is also correct. And third one, members of the kingdom are heterotrophic with absorptive type of nutrition. This is wrong. The members of kingdom Protista are usually both autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Here they have mentioned only heterotrophic and absorptive type, so that's why this is wrong. And sap vacuoles are absent. So here in the Protista, sap vacuoles are usually present. So only 1 and 2 are correct. 1 and 2 only correct. Next question. How many Protistians have body covering of pellicle? So in the euglenoids, so when we study the Protista, kingdom Protista, among the euglenoids only we will find the presence of the pellicle. It is a protein rich layer. Instead of cellulose, here they have a protein rich layer called as pellicle. That is the characteristic feature of euglenoids. Here they have given several examples. Among all these, euglenoids only contain the pellicle, so that option 1. Next question. Consider the following statements. In that, the first one, members of Protista are primarily terrestrial. This is wrong because members of Protista are primarily aquatic, so that this is wrong. And option B, boundaries of kingdom Protista are well defined. Yes, as they are eukaryotic, they have well defined boundaries. This is correct. And next one, Protistian cell body contains a well defined nucleus. Yeah, they as they are eukaryotes, they even contain a well defined nucleus. This is also correct. Some protists have flagella or cilia. Here some Protista, they may have flagella and some may have pseudopodia but not cilia. That's why here among the statements only 2 are correct. That is B and C is correct. Next one, slime molds. Slime molds, P, Q are fruiting bodies in the above mentioned incomplete statement. Here the statement is incomplete. Here they just given P, Q, R. We need to find out what is P, what is Q and what is R. So we'll see. When we look at the options, here slime molds, the P represents under suitable conditions, Q Q it is the plasmodium, and R it is the aggregation. The plasmodium aggregation, it produces fruiting bodies. So in case of slime molds, there is an aggregation called as a plasmodium that will be formed in suitable conditions. Later, that plasmodium gives rise to fruiting bodies. So slime molds, P represents suitable condition, Q is a plasmodium, and R is the aggregation that later produces fruiting bodies. So that option 2 is correct. Next one. Consider the following statements and consider them true or false category. In that first one, the fungi constitute unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. Yes, in the kingdom fungi, we will see only heterotrophic mode of organisms, so that this is correct. And so we can say that it is a true statement. Here they have mentioned true and false. So the first statement, as it is true, we can write here. It is the first statement is true. And next one, the common mushroom and toadstool are fungi. Yes, both are comes under fungi only. So second statement is also true. And third one, white spots seen on mustard leaves are due to the presence of parasitic fungus. Yes, this is also correct. So the third statement also included here. And fourth one, some unicellular fungus, that is Eustilago, are used to make bread and beer. So this is actually the wrong statement. So this we will write under the false statement. This is wrong. So that we can write under the false statement. And next one, some unicellular Puccinia graminis tritici is responsible for yellow rust of wheat. So this is also correct. Puccinia graminis tritici is responsible for yellow rust of wheat. So this is wrong. Actually, Puccinia is responsible for the smut disease. Smut disease, not for the rust disease. So this statement is also false. So we can write false statement here. And last one, penicillium yields antibiotic penicillin. This is correct option. So we can include here. So it is a small mistake. So when we consider the true and false statement, 1, 2, 3 and 6 are correct, whereas 4 and 5 are incorrect. Next one, select the correct statement. Select the correct statement. In that the first statement, sporangiospores are exogenously produced in sporangium. This is wrong. See, whenever we say sporangium, the sporangiospores are produced within the sporangium. So that will be endogenous in origin. Here they have mentioned exogenous. So that this option is wrong. Next one. Conidia after germination produces conidiophore. This is wrong. Actually, conidiophores contain conidia. That conidia later gives rise to a new plant body. So this is also wrong. And third one, in Basidiomycetes, asexual spores are generally not found. Yes, this is correct. In Basidiomycetes, the asexual spores are usually absent. And fourth one, Alternaria, it is an example of Ascomycetes. It is wrong. Alternaria, it is an example for Deuteromycetes. So that among the statements, the correct statement will be the third one. Next one. Next one, how many statements are correct for truffles and morels? You know that morels and truffles are the usually they are called as edible ascocarps. So among these, see first one, they have septate monokaryotic mycelium. So this is correct. Second one, they reproduces asexually by non-motile endogenous spores. So this is wrong. They are not endogenous. In case of Ascomycetes or in case of morels and truffles, there will be formation of conidia. There will be formation of conidia. They are usually exogenous in origin, but here they have mentioned endogenous. So this is wrong. And third option, they produces a haploid exogenous sexual spores arranged in an orderly manner. They are not exogenous. So what the spores which are produced, for example, ascospores, which are endogenously produced in a fruiting body called as ascus. So that this is also wrong. And fourth one, their fruiting bodies are edible. So this is correct. So only two are correct. One is first one, they have septate monokaryotic mycelium and their fruiting bodies are edible. Okay, so next one, ray fungi. ray fungi are or ray fungi have. So you may have not heard about the ray fungi. So here ray fungi, they are also called as actinomycetes, and these actinomycetes are called as mycobacteria. Already I told you they are the connecting link between fungi and bacteria. So they are mycobacteria. And second one, they are intermediate position between bacteria and fungi. This is also correct. And third one, mycolic acid in cell wall. There will be presence of mycolic acid and they are largely decomposers. So all these are correct regarding ray fungi or actinomycetes. Next one, the unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms with loose tissue level organization shows. If they are heterotrophic organisms with a loose tissue level of organization, they usually, when we look at all the options, diversity in habitat, diversity in morphology of mycelium, NAG polymer in cell wall, degeneration of sex organs from lower to higher group, and optimum in growth in cool and humid places. If they are heterotrophic organisms with a loose tissue level organization, they usually show optimum in growth in cool and humid places. So only fifth statement is incorrect. So here they do not show optimum growth in cool and humid places. So remaining all options are related to the tissue level organization and heterotrophic organisms, but the fifth statement is incorrect. Next one, identify the organisms from the given characteristics. So here they have mentioned some characteristics such as the first one, they causes diseases only in plants. If they causes diseases only in plants, you may have heard about the viroids, viruses and prions. Among those group of organisms, you should remember which one will causes only diseases in plants, and they are the smallest self-replicating. They are the smallest and self-replicating particles discovered by Diener, and initiation codon is absent for protein synthesis. So the group of organisms which causes diseases only in plants are the viroids, which are the smallest, particles which were discovered by Diener, and usually initiator codon is absent for protein synthesis because their main body is mainly made up of protein coat. That's why they do not require any initiator codon. So they are viroids. And next one, how many of the given organisms are obligate parasites which take over the machinery of the host cell? So if they take over the machinery of host cell, they are mainly the viruses. Among these, they have given some examples such as TMV, Nostoc, bacteriophage, HIV and Oscillatoria. So among these, this is tobacco mosaic virus, bacteriophage and HIV. So these three are the organisms which are obligate parasites. They are completely dependent upon the host organism and take over the machinery of the host cell. So that completes about the brain teaser level questions, and you have a student drill that will be home assignment for you. And next, when we look at we have some previous year NEET questions. We'll discuss a few previous year NEET questions. So here previous year NEET questions. In that the first question, which of the following statement is incorrect? See first one, morels and truffles are edible, delicacious. Second one, claviceps is a source of many alkaloids and LSD. Third one, conidia are produced exogenously and ascospores endogenously. And the last one, that is yeasts have filamentous bodies with long thread-like hyphae. So they're asking the incorrect statement. Actually the fourth one, that is the yeast have filamentous bodies with a long thread-like hyphae. This is the wrong statement because they do not have a filamentous body. The mycelium is said to be the pseudomycelium, and their cells are usually attached to a short chain. They are attached to a chain-like structure. So fourth option is wrong, but remaining all options are correct. See first one, morels and truffles are edible, delicacious, correct. Claviceps, it is a source of many alkaloids and LSD. LSD, it is a hallucinogen, so that is also correct. And conidia are produced exogenously and ascospores are endogenously, but fourth option is wrong. Next one, Match column 1 with column 2. So in the column 1 they have given some mode of nutritions such as here saprophyte. You know, saprophyte means they usually growing on they helps in decomposition of dead organic material. And parasites, so parasites they are living on living plants or animals. They can live both on plants and animals. Lichens, you know, lichens are the symbiotic association between algae and fungi, and mycorrhiza, they are the symbiotic association between fungi and plant roots. So options here, the fourth option is correct. You can go through it. Next question, which of the following statement is incorrect? Which of the following statement is incorrect? In that first one, viroids lack a protein coat. Viroids usually lack a protein coat. See, in case of prions, we will see they are proteinaceous in structure and they usually contain a protein coat. Sorry, before I told you, viroids they contain protein coat, not viroids. Prions contain a protein coat. But here, viroids lack a protein coat. And second one, viruses are obligate parasites, correct? And infective constituent in viruses is the protein coat. This is wrong. The infective constituent in viruses is usually the genetic material. It may be DNA or RNA, but not the protein coat. And prions consist of abnormally folded proteins. So the here the incorrect statement will be the third one, that is infective constituent in viruses is protein coat. This is wrong because the infective constituent will be the genetic material, and the remaining three are correct. Next one, select the wrong statement. Pseudopodia are locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. This is completely wrong because the locomotory organs are completely absent in sporozoans. Next, mushrooms belonging to basidiomycetes, correct. Cell wall is present in members of fungi and plantae, correct. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell in all kingdoms except Monera. Yes, because in Monera, instead of mitochondria, we have mesosomes. So the first statement is wrong. Next one, ciliates differ from all other protozoans in using pseudopodia for capturing the prey, having a contractile vacuole for removing excess of water. So here ciliates, they differ from all other protozoans in using pseudopodia for capturing the prey, having a contractile vacuole for removing excess of water. And next one, using flagella for locomotion and having two types of nuclei. So when we look at all the options, all are completely wrong because there is no pseudopodia or no flagella. Here they have two types of nuclei. So this can be clearly observed in case of Paramecium. They have two types of nuclei. That is the main difference with the other protozoans. Next one, which of the following are found in extreme saline conditions? So the archaebacteria. The archaebacteria, they are usually present in extreme conditions like saline conditions, marshy areas, extreme snow, high temperature, etc. In all such habitats, we can find the presence of archaebacteria. And next one, which of the following components provide sticky character to the bacterial cell? So here bacterial cell is mainly made up of three wall layers. The outermost one will be the glycocalyx, followed by cell wall, then cell membrane. So here the glycocalyx, it is mainly responsible for the sticky characters. If the bacteria can able to attach to the host or any other substratum, the sticky nature will be mainly provided by the glycocalyx. And you know that the glycocalyx, it may be a smooth layer, it may be a slimy layer, or it may be a capsule. Slimy layer is a loose sheath and a capsule, it is a hard layer. And next one, which among the following are the smallest living cells known without a definite cell wall, pathogenic to plants as well as animals, and can survive without oxygen? So whenever we say the smallest living cells without cell wall means they are the mycoplasma and they can survive without oxygen. These mycoplasma can also be called as a PPLO, that is pleuropneumonia like organisms. They are the smallest living cells without cell wall and can survive without oxygen. Next one, methanogens belongs to. So these methanogens belonging to mainly archaebacteria. So methanogens, they usually present in cow dung and even they are present in the rumen part of the cattle, etc. So they mainly belonging to archaebacteria. And next one, select the wrong statement. First one, cyanobacteria lack flagellated cells. This is correct because the cyanobacteria, in case of cyanobacteria, we cannot find flagellated cells. Mycoplasma is a wall-less microorganism. Correct. Bacterial cell wall is mainly made up of peptidoglycan. Correct. Phyllae and Fimbria are mainly involved in motility of bacterial cell. This is wrong because Pili and Fimbriae, these are not the locomotory organs in case of bacteria. In bacteria, the locomotory organ will be flagella. And this Pili mainly helps in sexual reproduction, that is conjugation, whereas Fimbriae helps in attachment to the host or to the substratum. And next one of the major component of cell wall of most fungi is, it is chitin. The main cell wall component will be the chitin. Next one, chrysophytes, euglenoids, dinoflagellates and slime molds are included in the kingdom. It is kingdom Protista. Next one, which one is a wrong statement? See, first one, mucor has biflagellated zoospores. This is only wrong because in case of mucor, we will find zygospores which are non-motile, but here they have given, they have biflagellated zoospores. This is wrong. Next one, Archegonia are found in Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and Gymnosperm. This is correct. Next one, haploid endosperm is a typical feature of gymnosperms. Correct. Brown algae have chlorophyll A and C and fucoxanthin. This is also correct, but the first one is wrong. Next, which one of the following matches is correct? Mucor, reproduction by conjugation and Ascomycetes. This is wrong because mucor belonging to Phycomycetes, not Ascomycetes. Next one, Agaricus belonging to Basidiomycetes, parasitic fungus. It is actually belonging to Basidiomycetes, but it is not a parasite. So this is also wrong. Phytoptera, it is having aseptate mycelium and belonging to Basidiomycetes. So this is wrong. So this is also belonging to Ascomycetes. So this is wrong. Next one, Alternaria, sexual reproduction is absent and belonging to Deuteromycetes. Yeah, it is belonging to Deuteromycetes, and usually in Deuteromycetes sexual reproduction is absent. And next one, in which group of organisms the cell wall forms two thin overlapping shells which fit together? It is in case of chrysophytes, and main example will be the diatoms. So in case of diatoms, their cell wall is mainly made up of two overlapping shells which can fit together like a soap box. So these are certain MCQs regarding the biological classification, and that completes the MCQs of the chapter biological classification. In the next class, we will start with the another lesson. Thank you.